after all, it's 6:36. We gotta get to the bus stop. Good morning. It is June 24th, and it is 6:37.
We need to go. Like really late. You can talk and drive at the same time.
Yes, we are a little late. Are we having a baby? Is that what we're late for?
Friend.
Oh, darn. Oh, we're late for school. Okay. So basically, here's the deal. Today, we are going over to Target. Later on, we are going to be getting a meal. And remember, we're going to be using as much as we can from store brand to make it fair. And it's got to actually be healthy and good quality. Yesterday was a complete failure.
Yes. Yes, it was.
To the point that our poor child had to eat dino nuggets for dinner, which she absolutely did not want.
She's not even defending it, even though she loves dino nuggets.
Exactly. Guys, seriously, yesterday was just bad. Hopefully today will be rectified. And then we'll have a good meal.
Yes.
But for now, let's go ahead. Let's get back home after we drop Lil off. And let's get some coffee and some Cheerios to start. Alright, it is 8:10. Let's go ahead and let's get going. We gotta go get dinner. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's go in the Target and let's get our dinner. It is currently 8:17. Alright, today is our Target day, where we try to go ahead, build a meal from Target using only Target branded product for $20 and under. And it's gotta have a main protein, a side, and a veggie. I think the odds will be in our favor. Let's see how Target's brand holds up. You ready?
Yeah.
Nintendo Switch Lite. Completely out of stock of Switch 2. But you can still buy original Switch and Switch Lite over here. Holy crap, that looks pretty darn cool to build after we're done with ours. Or should we just go all the way and go Home Alone for $300? Wow, that's a lot of money. Okay, that is pretty cool. Look at that. The tiny little Barbasol. $10.29 now for these mini bowls. Wow. Look at this. Bananas 29 cents each.
I
always thought it was by the pound.
Or is it for... Yeah.
If it's for the entire ring, that's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because normally it'd be like $1.40 something. You know, like 79 cents a pound.
Yeah.
So here we have like pork chops here. We also have pork tenderloin as well. So there is a lot you can go ahead and do with the Good and Gather brand, including tender steak. Now we just need to narrow down on what we really want. It's even to the point where you can even get salmon from Good and Gather. Wow. So at these prices, so for a larger family, this amount of chicken would be perfect around the spot. However, for us, it would yield too much leftover, so let's not waste our budget on that. Alright, what we can do is go ahead and get this, go and get some teriyaki sauce, and we can go ahead and make that over some rice, throw a little corn in there, and maybe a little broccoli. So what was your idea?
Like and subscribe. I forgot. I don't know what you called it before.
No, what are you doing exactly?
The beef with Alfredo, and noodles and broccoli.
Okay. So we'll get Good and Gather beef, Good and Gather Alfredo, which right here we do have Good and Gather roasted garlic Alfredo, so we could do that. Sweetie,
Yes.
come back to the good side.
So you want me to try this?
Yes, you have to.
Which one do you want? Roasted garlic or plain? Or you
Which
want a
one do
mix
you-
of both?
Should we use two?
I don't know.
Can we afford to? All right, go for it.
Why don't we do the sun noodles first?
You can't.
Why? Oh, you want the pudding out.
Do you want thin spaghetti or do you want fettuccine?
Then spaghetti. I think this would be Lily has to use her time with us. Yeah, I don't need family size.
Or did you want to do any of the others? Because they got... Screw that, they got mini farfaffle. Let's go mini farfaffle. I
Change it up
know
on her.
Lily loves mini farfaffle.
Yeah, she does.
Interestingly enough, okay, this is something I just spotted. Their boxes are more sealed than Save-A-Lot's boxes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got hamburger here,
$1.
but take a look here. They also... Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah, that's Good and Gather.
Oh my gosh. Alright.
Girl, we can actually have decent hamburger meat on our budget still. That actually looks just like the stuff that we normally buy from the other store.
This. Alright.
We can actually do it.
Yeah. Organic. Oh, that's bison.
Yeah, that's bison. And that's also great range. So
Are you sure this is...
yeah,
Or is it... Oh, that's a twin
that's
pack.
twin. So yeah, that's perfect for us. Bam, we're good. All right, so this is gonna be hard for Tiff. No?
Oh, you want the Good and Gather. I was so used to grabbing that. I don't think I have it.
So they do have Good and Gather veggies right over here as well. So
We have a melody. I think we might have to do default.
no, look, Good and Gather.
Okay.
Right here, they have a beautiful selection. And look at that. They still have steam bag.
Those are $1.89. They're more expensive.
Maybe it's a bigger bag. 12-ounce size. What's the other one?
Oh, it is $1.99.
Okay, so there we go.
No. Yeah, you're right. It's bigger.
It is bigger and it's the same price. And truthfully, broccoli is broccoli for the most part.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong on broccoli. Hey, do you think we have enough
Got it.
budget for breadsticks?
The breadsticks are behind you. $3.19. I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Breadsticks.
No, that's New York Bakery brand.
Oh.
You gotta step over.
They got cheese-filled breadsticks. I wonder how Lily would feel about that.
Oh, let's do it.
All right. Oh, she likes them.
Okay, cheese-filled breadsticks. Check this out. Let's go for it. What the heck? $16.94? Really? Wow, we need to talk. All right, it is now 8:54. Let's go and get the windows down. First of all, I was shocked and surprised at how much variety from Good and Gather there was. To the point where they even had the organic beef Like we would normally spend $10, $12 for at Publix.
Yeah, and we only spent 8 something.
Yeah, $7.99 actually.
Was it?
Yep. The other one
Oh yeah, the other
was
one was
$8.99.
I thought it was $8.49.
Whatever. Still not bad.
No, it really wasn't.
On top of that, they had the veggies that were actually steamable bag.
Yes.
That was cool.
For the same price, and it was more than it
Yeah,
was
2 more
for the
ounces.
other,
And when it's broccoli, you really can't go wrong. Broccoli's kind of broccoli across the board.
Lily's gonna love this meal. It's one of her favorites.
The only thing I'm nervous about are 2 components. One, the cheese-filled breadsticks. Because cheese in a breadstick can have different varying quality grades. So we're going to see on how that is. And the sauce itself.
Yeah, if it's too gummy, I probably won't give it to Lily.
And when it comes to the sauce, if it's runny, if it's really nice and thick, we'll have to see on that too.
Yeah.
Those are the 2 main parts where it could be iffy. But overall, the meat actually looked really good.
Everything actually looked really good.
And there were sales too on other stuff.
Yeah, there was actually. I noticed. There was actually quite a bit. It was like... Most of the stuff that was on sale, the meat, was like for 2 days from now. For the 26th.
Yeah, but still, if you're going to be eating dinner tonight...
that's not bad. You get it like $1 or $2 off on the meat for...
Yeah, and it didn't look bad at all. It didn't look like a gray zombified brain. And I'm not going to name the store that we tried to save a lot from.
Yeah.
And didn't, that we saw zombified brains at. But still. I hate to say it, but could Target outrank Walmart when it comes to grocery shopping?
I think there's more variety at Walmart, but you were right that it was good and gather here.
Thank you. Men, we have our first point ever of a win.
Yeah, okay.
That is one small victory for men. Don't worry, we'll screw it up by the end of the day. Some guy will across the nation. But guys, honestly, I'm excited for dinner tonight. I'm going to go ahead, get dinner home. Tiffany's going to go ahead, look around the stores over here more. See if there's anything that she wants to go ahead and look at for a little for holiday time for later. But yeah, I'd say we did pretty darn good for dinner.
I think so.
But I love you. Have fun.
Okay.
Oh, you're so cute. You know, I would love to see your smile without the glasses.
Yeah, I got the sun on my face. Yes.
Nothing. Just those eyes. Staring into them reminds me of the first time I stared into them back all those years ago. So beautiful and full of life and amazement. Your turn.
Right. This is why I freeze up. He's capable of coming up with anything on the spot, and my mind goes completely blank.
You know, I'm just curious on something, okay? When you actually go to get your driving test done, and the driving proctor tells you, hit the brakes, are you going to hit the accelerator?
I don't know yet. Hopefully not. Alright. I love you.
I love you more. Have fun.
Alright.
Alright guys, so we got the groceries put away. It is time to go ahead, go over to Goodwill, see if there's anything new, see if there's anything worthwhile, and just enjoy some time out for a little bit. You see, Tiffany, she likes having her time to herself too, and I respect that, and I enjoy that she likes that. And not to mention that when we get back together, then it's even more special. But let's go ahead, let's go over to Goodwill, you and I, and let's have some fun. Alright, it is 9:22. Goodwill's been open for about half an hour. Let's get going. Alright, here we are, Winter Garden Goodwill. And it is 9:31. Let's go in and see what's new. Okay, that is pretty cool sofa. Well, love seat. furniture definitely reminds me of the 90s to early 2000s. Like a Rims to Go area. Honestly, again, it kind of looks like we're going to strike out when it comes to retro games. Oh well. Let's check the other area. Well done, Goodwill. Well done. You one up me with body lotion and mousse. Okay. This I was not expecting to find. So this is an actual PlayStation Move controller. And originally this came out on the PS3. It was the equivalent of like the Wii and what was supposed to be like Sony's answer to Kinect at the time. And basically they would have a camera connected to the PS3. This here would glow up, and then the actual camera would detect that light movement. And that's how it worked. Honestly, there still isn't really much. Same shoes, same Nikes, same painting. All the stuff was pretty much the same as last time. Except for that pretty cool clock right there in the middle. That looked awesome. Alright, so there really wasn't anything that piqued my curiosity in there. There was a couple of games in there, some stuff sprinkled in with the DVDs, but really nothing worthwhile. So, let's save our money for another day.
Okay, so far I did spot Halloween at Home Goods. Ghost pillows, ghost blinkies, and surprisingly, some Halloween stuff. These things are huge. Some more Halloween stuff.
Like and subscribe to my channel.
Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get going over to Best Buy. Because I found some issues out while I was doing some testing. One, this one here, the battery keeps draining like ultra fast. We're talking like, you charge it up. I went ahead, put it on there for about 30 minutes, and it was at 10%. That's ridiculous. So we need to get that one done. And this one here, my original one from like way back last year that we used quite significantly during December, the actual phone is not stabilizing no matter how much I do a calibration on it. So we're going to get this one taken care of. Let's get over to Best Buy. All right, let's go ahead and let's get over to Best Buy and get this done. All right, here we are over here at Winter Garden Village Best Buy. Let's go ahead, let's get in, let's get this done. As you can see, they do have the Osmo Mobile 7 and the 7P here. That bad boy is like if you have like a DSLR or something heavy. But this is what we're gonna need here. $10 out of pocket, not bad. We'll have to go ahead and talk with Tiff about doing the protection plans on these two units. But let's go ahead and get them home. Winter Garden Best Buy, as always, amazing experience, always helpful. I can't say anything more, really. I've never had a bad experience here. It's been amazing. So right now, Tiffany is actually over at Target again because she wanted to go ahead and grab me a drink that I asked for before she were to leave the area. I really like that summer berry lemonade drink. It was really freaking good. So she went ahead and did that for me. And now let's go over and get to her. And then we can go home, enjoy our drink, play with our new device, and get low. Alright guys, let's go into Target, let's get Tiff, and let's get home. Alright, we got our drink. Let's get home now and get low. Guys, I know what we're gonna do today. We're gonna get Lily from the bus stop. It's 11:20. Oh, and by the way, it's only 100 degrees.
Oh yeah, that's feeling.
And you're wearing a freaking sweater!
No, I gotta get that changed.
Listen, baby, we have 15 minutes at home. Why did you change?
We had 10 minutes.
You
It
could
was
have
actually more like
changed your
7
shirt.
because she left a little early.
You could have changed your shirt in 7 minutes.
Probably.
Tiffany, my most beautiful girl, will you do me a big favor?
Let's go. I'm burning up.
Will you make me a nice cup of iced coffee when we get home?
Yes. You want coffee too?
Yes.
Alright.
2 coffees for us.
Okay.
Oh,
I too. I want you wanting me.
and while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and make some homemade from scratch biscuits?
Wait, what?
For the Mobile 7P, $149.99. For the Mobile 7, $89.99. Total, $239.98. Sales tax, $15.60. Then we went ahead and we had $244.93 on the gift card from the 2 returns that had the product replacement guarantee on it that we paid for out of pocket $10.65. So yeah, for these 2 here, $10.65. Now you're probably asking yourself, Ryan, why'd you go with a 7 Pro and a regular 7? One is a stupid reason, but you can easily tell them apart because of the different colors. And 2, because honestly, 2 7s would have been ridiculously expensive. But at the same time, I want the flexibility for down the road. At the same time, the 7 is just pretty good for what it is. But I was kind of curious about a lot of the advanced stuff that the 7P can do. So that's why I went with it. Now, do I regret getting my Pocket 3? No. The Pocket 3 is a great device all on its own for a stable gimbalized shot. Meaning, if you just want to pull it out and get a nice smooth pan in motion shot without having to actually crop in for digital stabilization and get that jello effect, that camera does great. On the other hand, what I don't like, it's narrow like this. I don't think you guys want to be right like this with me. That's a little weird to me. I like a nice surrounding area with me whenever I film. So that's why I love the Action 5. But I don't like the Jello mold crop when I'm trying to do a digital stabilization. But let's go ahead and let's check these out and see what exactly we got for our $255. Okay, so here we have the Osmo Mobile 7. Pretty cool. Stabilizer, built-in tripod, which is really awesome. Active Track 7.0. Easy tutorial. Ultra light with comfort grip. 10-hour battery life. Then I am curious on how true that actually is. What do you think, baby? Is it going to be a real 10 hours?
No.
Or do you think it's 10 hours without it holding on to something?
Yeah.
And yes, we're actually using the side area right now, where normally you would actually see our Batmobile. Oh my gosh, they have a lot of sticky on here. I remember on some of the other stuff from DJI, you would actually have a cellophane wrap. But a lot of companies, starting with Apple, went ahead and went away from that actually. Because it was supposed to be better for the environment. All right, here we go. Oh, it doesn't actually fully open. All right, so here is what we are looking at. This is the actual gimbal. And what else do we get? We get a manual and some do not eat silica gel. Manual, QR code, that kind of stuff for manuals. But all that stuff is in your app. And that's the DJI Mimo. First of all, I do like the case. It's pretty cool. Okay. Nice. I can see it doesn't have the rocker on the side where it would be like a dial. Instead, it has more of a switch up and down. But yeah, you get your Type-C right there. You do actually get a thread on the bottom here. And that's that way you can actually go ahead and put in another tripod mount. Or you can just use the one that's built in. And voila, now you're already set up and you can start go ahead and live streaming while you're at the table, eating whatever you're doing, and you're done. Okay, this is the Osmo Mobile 7P. This is the bad boy of the streaming world now. This is the one that's going to compete with the likes of Homin and a lot of your other Chinese counterparts. And truthfully, it's got a lot of the same stuff that they do, just with a nice app from DJI Mimo. So yeah, this one here, native tracking with integrated audio and lighting capability. That we're going to get into because that is freaking cool. 3-axis gimbal stabilization. Everyone does that. This is it right here. Let me bring up the other one. Okay. Built-in extension rod and tripod. If you notice on the 7, it does not say that. Because there is no extension rod that's built in. So that's going to be a little bit of an issue. Because if, let's just say you're over at Disney, you extend it up even just slightly, I promise you within 10 minutes, a cast member who is underappreciated, underpaid, is going to come over and complain at you. And really, what can you do except just do as they ask? So that's what I've had to deal with. And then I put the extension rod down and I lift my arm slightly higher. And then they just look back at me and give me the eye. And it's like, I followed your rules. Right? Right? I can't help that I'm tall. But yeah, also you get a 10-hour battery life again. And let's see here. Yeah, 10 hours. So that's interesting that it's 10 hours. And I just dropped the 7's box. Okay. I know what we want to do. We want to open it. Now, I know what you're thinking. So, Ryan, why don't you do this? Why don't you just take back the 7 and buy another 7P? There's a good reason for that. $150 for this one here. Versus like $80 for the 70. I mean, for the 7. So, to buy another one of these doesn't seem all that practical. And not to mention, we would actually run into another problem. And we'll get into that once we open it and show you. Because it's not just the telescopic pole that you're paying for extra. Let's go and put that aside. You're also paying for something else that comes in the box. You also have your manual again, which we're going to keep them separate. And yeah, silica gel, do not eat. Okay, we learned, we just do it from the side. Okay, so here we go. This is the new 7P's version. So if you take a look here, okay, it has this little adapter mount here on the bottom. And the reason why is because of an additional mod that you can use, which is pretty cool. Now, I wonder how well that's going to work when you also got to add in your weight of your microphone. But do you? Or can the mod that they include also function as a receiver for the Mic Mini? Well, we're going to find out, because if so, that's freaking awesome. Additionally, you do have your light right here. And of course, you do have a sneezing girl behind us. Okay, it's pretty cool. Little easy magnetic clip. I think we're going to have to charge our light. See, that's another thing that I don't necessarily like, I don't know. Because, like, if you have so many different parts that you got to charge, that can be a little annoying as well. But, essentially, in a nutshell, there you go. That's basically what you would be looking at right here. And you'll notice, as you can see, you got these pogo sticks right here, as they're called. And on the other one, you do not have the pogo sticks, as you can see. So that's the big difference right there. So you cannot just interchange them so easily. Because I have a feeling these pogo sticks here are going to get in the way of when you try to clamp it onto the 7 and cause a potential issue. All right. Also, nice sleeve too. Oh, wow. That feels a lot nicer in the hand, a bit bigger. I do like, again, that the tripod is built right in. And there we go.
Is this the one that comes down or something?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. You okay?
So that's the 7P. That's the more expensive one.
This one?
Yep.
Oh, because it has the extension stuck?
Yep.
I don't know. They feel about the same to me, right?
I don't know. I feel like the handle feels bigger on this one here and longer.
It feels heavier.
Well, that's because
Wait.
it has to hold that grip.
Yeah. This one has a
And
better
the
grip.
extension rod.
This one has a better grip.
Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead, charge them both up, see how they handle, see how they function, and see, is the AI component just a gimmick? Or if you're streaming, is it going to actually be good? Let's find out. I may have hurt my princess accidentally. So Tiffany was actually complaining about some chest pains, and honestly, I thought that the summer berry refresher that we got was just lemonade and some blue dye raspberry stuff. Grande? Sweetie?
Is there caffeine in it? Oh, wow, there is. Okay.
Yeah, but that's in the Grande. We shared a Trenta.
Yeah, so that means I got half the amount. Oh, wow. No wonder. I was wondering why my heart was racing so bad I was having chest pain.
There isn't a way to order a refresher without caffeine, as the green coffee extract is part of the base.
Yeah, and the worst part is I already had 2 cups of coffee earlier too. Jesus Christ, no wonder why my heart's acting up today.
But yeah, 50 milligrams in 16 fluid ounces.
Makes you wonder, is there a way to actually flush this caffeine out of you faster?
Oh, take a look at this. Trenta.
I had no idea. I wonder if anybody else knows that there's actually that much caffeine in it. I wouldn't have done it knowing the fact that I know my limit of caffeine.
Okay, so in a Trenta, it has 100 milligrams of caffeine, 190 calories, and 40 grams of sugar.
See, this is why I drink only 2 8-ounces of coffee a day, and I do not go over that limit. The rest is water.
And also, that I wasn't aware of. Stevia extract.
Wow, you didn't really taste that. No, I feel like crap. Ow.
Keep in mind, she feels like crap without me telling her what the ingredients were, what the caffeine content was, what anything was in that drink.
Anybody with a heart condition would know. I don't know how. It's going to take me hours to start feeling better. Probably by tomorrow. Because you can't get caffeine out of your system for like quite a while.
Take your time, relax, and I will do everything I can to help you.
Even the slightest movements right now is making my heart race like crazy.
Including with dinner. If you need anything, just let me know. But guys, ask. Always ask before you buy a beverage from one of these places. That way, if you do have a heart condition, if you have any kind of issue, you know what you're getting into. I don't care if the line is 10 people behind you. It doesn't matter. Your health means a lot more. So go ahead and make sure that you ask what the caffeine content is what
if
the...
there is caffeine.
Exactly.
Honestly.
Well, that's why you ask
I thought
what
it was just
That's why you ask what the caffeine content is. And then if they say 0, then you know you're good. If they say...
This is closer to an energy drink.
It actually is right up there.
And it feels like it too.
But yeah. Now is the time where I go ahead and I take care of my beautiful girl.
Yeah, because we made a mistake.
I'm sorry, baby.
No, it's fine. I didn't know. I just assumed. Man, now I know how the other people made it. Yeah, but this doesn't say it was charged or energized or... It doesn't have those words.
It says refresher.
Yeah, refresher is just normally like...
Yeah, but all refreshers have that green coffee base.
Are you sure about that?
Yep.
I'm pretty sure.
I just read it.
Really?
Yeah, all refreshers do.
Oh. I thought it was just no different than just a flavored lemonade drink.
Nope. A refresher is that. But in all defense, the Panera one that was charged was an exorbitant amount
No, that should have never
of
existed.
chemicals and caffeine. Like taurine and a bunch of junk like that. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and get this cute girl to go and relax a little. Keep her off her feet. Let her play on her iPad as much as she wants to go ahead and calm her mind. And then we also have to test our products once they're done charging.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, should I drink my nice iced coffee you made me?
No, I don't think you should. You already had that drink and coffee, and I don't know what you had.
That was it.
Did you have a coffee while you were back here?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, I was pretty much over at Goodwill when I came back after dropping out the
That's a lot of
groceries.
caffeine, Ren.
Oh well. Alright guys, let's go ahead and let's take a breather break. Because I think we need a breather break. And then we can get into finishing our review of the 7 and 7P.
Yeah. I made a
Love you.
huge mistake.
I know.
Love you too. I just assumed.
Sweetie, what are the first 3 letters of assume?
Yeah, okay, thanks.
It's okay. Just look on the bright side.
I felt like crap.
No, now you have a reason to be on your back with me doing everything for you.
Okay. You didn't have to put it that way.
Do you want a bottle of water?
Yeah, actually.
See?
I'm almost empty.
Now, I should get you like a little bell over here on your desk. And you can just ring it and say, water please. There we go. With as much as you do for me, it's the least I can do for you.
I feel so stupid. I feel like I made the same mistake the other girl did.
Hey. At least you didn't drink one all by yourself. Then you'd be really dumb.
Then I would have been really, really bad off.
And
Probably in the
also, you
hospital
didn't
bad
drink
off.
most of it.
No,
I drank most of it. I don't think you drank half. I think you drank maybe a few sips.
I don't know. It was enough to cause my heart to go ballistically fast. And I was just sitting.
Alright, well, let's go ahead. Let's turn off the camera.
Yeah.
Let's have you relax. I will get you a water bottle.
You see, I got my heart rate down now, but if I even just keep moving the slightest bit, it starts picking back up again. That was green. Like and subscribe.
So right now, Tiffany is in pop star mode. Go ahead and move. We are not doing anything, mind you. Okay, and the AI module is actually tracking her. Now, put up 2 fingers.
Okay. Oh,
And it took a picture of her.
Oh. Yeah, because I feel like doing this all the time.
She is super cute. The AI is watching you.
I see that.
Oh, good idea. Go into the closet and then come out. Okay, come on out fully of the closet.
Oh man, it sees me again.
All right, run over to the bike. Now run to your chair.
I'm not running to my chair.
When it works pretty good, don't it?
It's working.
Okay. This is pretty cool. Yeah, you can. All right. So I just figured out the phone charging, and it's actually pretty cool. So you tap your M button twice while you have your cable connected to the actual base. Let me show you. So while your actual USB cable is connected to the base, go ahead and you tap your M button twice, and now you're charging. That is pretty darn cool. Okay, so we got the actual charging part working. We got a lot of it working. We got the AI follow me feature working. We figured out how to turn that off. And it's all good. The 7P is a great step forward. Now, let's talk price. $149 for this gimbal. You are getting a nice little AI setup here if that is what you need. Now, let's just say you don't need an AI gimbal. What are your other options, really? Well, then you got the Osmo Mobile 7, which we're going to go and check out next fully. But you also have other ones as well on the market. You have Homan, you have quite a few other brands too. I think Insta also makes one too. But they also came out with an AI tracking module. The thing is, AI tracking modules are great if you're trying to do videos of yourself, of your kids, you're trying to vlog yourself. Perfect. Okay? Mind you, that's great. I think it's so useful for that. For streamers, though, I don't see an AI tracking module being really that worth it for a streamer, except for maybe if they're standing in front of it and they're talking into it. But chances are they're going to use the camera that's on the screen side, not the actual back one, unless they need that wide range view. Then I could see it being worth it. But other than that, the only thing that I'm curious about when it comes to that AI module is at what point does it become effective and not effective? Like if somebody's walking by you and they're just waving to their friend, is it automatically going to trigger and lock onto them or not? That I am curious on. But we'll have to play around with it another time more, because I think the 7P is going to be a keeper. I think that keeping it and just buying a little thing for it, a protection plan, will be in the best interest. Was it a pain to get the freaking firmware updated? Absolutely. Are we the only ones that had the problem? Absolutely not. Which made me feel better. I wasn't so dumb. So the 7P, amazing and great. But how's the 7? Okay, let's go ahead and now do the 7. So one of the interesting things is that it just can't pair itself from within the app. Instead, you gotta be able to go ahead and pair it first through your settings of your Bluetooth menu. Then you go ahead and launch the app. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. We did follow the little sign here. Camera. Done. We got a nice clamp. Good news, we have done our firmware update and we are done. And now we get a survey. No, thank you. How can I do a survey about a product I haven't even used yet? Okay, so honestly, this one here, the 7, it is lighter weight. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. What I don't like though, is there is no charging. Well, the charging of the phone, I mean. So basically, if you're going to charge it, you have to run a cable from your battery directly to here, or when you would have your microphone receiver plugged in. That's kind of a bummer. The slider switch on here, right on the side. Again, great if you're vlogging. Okay? If you're vlogging or you're showing off a motor vehicle or something like that, that's incredibly good. Although if I was doing motor vehicle stuff, I would probably go with the 7P because of the slider and it gives you more control. So that way you can do it in a finer increment. But this one here is not bad. It's a great choice for somebody that's on a budget. However, my gripe would be no pole. So you are stuck with it as it is. So if you need to be able to see above something, you're screwed, unfortunately. And as far as the charging part goes, that would be my only 2 complaints. Like if they could figure out a way to put, let's just say, a cable mount right here that could go under, or some sort of situation here, I could see that working out and making this an A+. Unfortunately, I don't see this one working. I see myself wanting the 7P more than the 7 because of those 2 parts right there. The pull and the charging ability. I don't even necessarily care for the AI tracking module because I'm going to turn that off half the time anyway. But that's my personal opinion on it.
Like and subscribe.
I'm getting hungry. And it is so time to go ahead and start getting ready for dinner. But let's just go ahead and talk real quick. When it came to the 7 and the 7P that I did the video on earlier, I initially didn't like the 7P. Because I thought the AI mod that is basically going to track your movement, I thought it was kind of a gimmicky, dumb thing, to be truthful with you. But once I turned that off, I found that there was a bigger difference between the 7 and 7P. And while one of them is on the box, for sure, and that is the telescoping pull on here. Go ahead and pull it out, and you're good to go, and you can go ahead and get more variety of angles. I thought that was super cool, and it's on the box. But the ability to go ahead and charge your device right through the actual gimbal, I thought that was super cool. The only thing that I do worry about with these, okay, is construction durability has not improved to a point where I can say this is the best gimbal that you can buy in 2025. I want to say that, but the construction quality, it just feels a little cheapish. But that's just my opinion, okay? Your experience may vary as well, and that's cool. But overall, I would say my mind go at the 7P, and the 7 is going back to the store tomorrow. But let's go ahead. Let's get ready for dinner. It is right now 4:44, and I'm looking forward to my Target dinner, my Good Gather dinner. I know we're doing pasta again tonight, but in all honesty, the reason why is because we didn't even get to eat our freaking pasta last night. And I'm gonna be honest with you again. I was really ticked off. I was ticked off because of two reasons. One, that we had to waste food. I hate wasting food. Absolutely, I do. And number two, I hate that when we went ahead and we did a price comparison after we purchased the stuff, and we went over to the grocery market, Publix, everything was there. It was either equivalently priced, cheaper, or buy one get one free. I was so upset over that, to be honest, that if I could have just returned the stuff, I would have. But at the same time, I knew that, like, we bought it, we committed, we're gonna use it. It just felt bad to me because it was like waste. I hate wasting food, especially when there's so many people in the world that are going hungry, that are starving. I hated doing that last night, to be honest with you. And it truly did make me feel bad about having to go ahead, throw that stuff away, just to go out and get a sandwich, or have Tiffany nuke some nuggets and something else for Lil. But I do have a way to go on how I want to resolve that, okay? I am committing 100% of all ad revenue, every view the Save a Lot video gets, 100% from now indefinitely, meaning to the end of time, okay, is gonna go ahead and go and be donated to a food bank. It's gonna be donated to some sort of food bank. And the reason why is because I want to go ahead and do something positive with the AdSense revenue money raised by that video. And I think that's the best way that I can go ahead and say to myself, hey, you screwed up by going there, but at least you made amends for it. And that's one of the ways that we can. So I think there's an organization called Central Florida or Second Harvest Food Bank. That's what it is. Second Harvest Food Bank. And honestly, every time that we get an AdSense payout, we're going to go ahead. We're going to look at the actual revenue raised by that video. I don't even care if it's a year from now. I'm going to go back to it. I'm going to look at how much that video raised. And then we're going to take that and write them off a check. Go to their website and do a donation through there. Whatever we have to do. And there we go. I think that's how we can go ahead and make better on it. But guys, let's go ahead and let's eat. And then we can go from there. Thank you. Oh, and one more thing. I got something to say. Hold on. Hang on. $3,472 family members as of 4/49 on June 24, 2025. Holy smokes, 3,472. That amazes me. And what's interesting, okay? In the month of June, okay, 170 new family members have joined. 71 of which of you came from the Frozen Ever After ride in 4K, and then 15 on the other version of that video, and 7 of you came from the Beetlejuice video, and then it keeps going down from there. Oh, 4 of you came from the When You Get Snacks at Hollywood video. That short. It was funny. Not because we didn't get a freaking table, but because we found a better one. And we made a good part of it. But yeah. Thank you so much for joining the family by subscribing. And really, whenever you view a video, whenever you like our videos, whenever you comment or share it or whatever, it really helps. And I just want to say thank you. Whether it's David, whether it's Uncle Orville, Christina, DNL, all of you guys are so amazing. And not to mention, I really appreciate it. And also, we've been getting newer people too that have been communicating as well in the videos. Let me see here. Addiction Mouse, okay? This is kind of funny, okay? Grandmas? I still do that. LOL. Most flyers are online now. I still compare store prices. I'm lucky to live near multiple stores so I don't waste so much gas driving between them. Saves quite a bit of money. And I replied back, I honestly thought everything was just a scan a app now and it automatically adds the deal. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Zakdesu. After comparison, I would definitely be sticking to Publix. Yeah. Unless Target does some pretty good stuff. Furman Family Vlogs. When I actually asked, because we do this occasionally, we're one of the rare channels where we take in feedback about how we're doing. And if it's something we can tweak to make it better, we will. I think when the text is in the corner of a thumbnail looks better. It gives a clear image of what the video is about and what the viewer can expect. Because I asked, does text over the picture look good or bad? Like when you got text on your thumbnails. And you guys all responded. I thought that was awesome. Or Tibby, with Walmart's becoming worse and worse, they're supposed to remove the expired stock. They are, but as we found, they're not. Because I think they're hoping enough people will just buy it and not really notice and then go, yeah, I'm like 20 minutes away, half an hour away from the Walmart. I'm not going to go returning it because it's going to take me too much time. So instead, they throw it away and Walmart got the money for it. Or, Ryan, I would be interested in doing something like that with you about Disney and all the theme parks in and out of Florida. When it came about streaming. And that's also cool too. Because we take into account everybody's perspective, their opinion, and their thoughts as well. So we can develop a community that is built upon trust and a nice solid relationship between you and I and Tiffany and Lil. That is why we have more communication streams than anybody else. That is why the phone we use for streaming is a public phone number. You can Google it, call it, and talk to us if you ever want to. Yeah, we have more forms of communication than anybody else. The only thing that we don't have is a P.O. box, and I'll tell you why. Back in January, when I got laid off, we were considering doing it before, but then when we looked at the price of $100 for like 3 months, we decided to put it off because we thought we need to put aside the money so that way that we can have distributed money throughout the time. And that's what we did. And truthfully, the idea of a P.O. box could come at some point when that kind of money is a little bit less of a major thing to us. Like if I'm making $4,000 a month at my job or whatever again, there we go. Cool. But as it stands right now, that's just going to be on the back burner for a little bit longer. But let's go ahead and do this. Let's wait for Tiffany to make an amazing meal. And then let's go ahead and enjoy. I have a feeling that it's going to be a good meal. Okay, it is now 6:17. And we have just wrapped up with dinner.
Yes, we did.
Do you want to go first or shall I?
You can first.
Honestly? The dinner was amazing!
Yeah, it was. It was
So, starting with the breadsticks.
I was pleasantly surprised. It was good.
I was. And also, the cheese filling inside wasn't overdoing it to the point where it just tastes like you're eating a mouthful of cheese.
Yeah, it really wasn't gummy.
It was
or anything.
nicely-
It was melted. It was just.
Nicely evenly
Yeah.
spread out.
It was good.
The pasta was great. I can't complain at all. The actual pasta quality was really good. Didn't have any weird texture or any aftertaste.
Nope.
The meat, that was truly amazing because it tasted really like meat. It had a really nice taste to it. It didn't have a weird aftertaste how some of them do.
Yeah, no. That's why I cannot eat the heavily processed ones because I can't taste the meat at all. I've always been complaining about that for a while. I can't taste it.
If I had to think of one thing, one mild irritation or thing that I didn't exactly like, it had to be the sauce. I thought it was a little bit too much on the watery side, and that wasn't as thick as I normally would like mine.
I thought it was fine, honestly.
I'm just saying, that's my own take, but Keep in mind, your opinion will vary, and some are thinner naturally, some are thicker. Now, let me ask you, did you add any water to it?
No.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if we did this again, then try it less.
No.
But if that wasn't the case, then...
I don't do that.
I know with pasta sauce, with
Sometimes
the red sauce you
add
do.
a little bit of water to the jar to get out the rest of the stuff and then pour it in. Just a little.
But the actual meal was so good. I looked over at her and I said, I can't eat anymore. And she had to look back and say, you ate it all. I don't know if it was the food quality. I don't know if it was because I was starving from not eating today from running around.
You can't eat no more. It was you ate it all.
But
No.
it could have also been the amazing cook as well.
It came out good. I have to admit, I was perfectly fine with that. The only thing I could say is that somehow Target outbeat Walmart on this one when it came to food. Only because I would say Walmart has more variety of different products, but it was only because of the bad pancake mix we ended up with from them that was dated last year.
Everything that we picked up off the shelf today was in date.
Yeah.
And
Didn't have a problem.
exactly. And it all looked good. Especially the hamburger meat. Which leads me to the conclusion of this series about where should you shop. Let's start at the bottom. Like at the depths of hell. There I would put Save-A-Lot. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Above that, I would say this is going to be a hard one. Because Publix, of course, I think Publix is my top choice.
Always will be.
Because
yeah.
buy one, get one frees. Also, they have frequent app coupons that you can
You
utilize.
save quite a bit with them.
And they accept manufacturer coupons like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, they basically got everything right there for you, easy. And a lot of them still will have in-house produce cutters when it comes to actual fruit salads and stuff. Some did go away, some still have it.
Yeah.
Ours still has it, so you can actually still see people cutting the produce fresh.
That's what I always tell when people come. I would always like to say this, but when people actually come down to Florida that are from the north or anywhere from any country, go to Publix. Try their fried chicken.
And a sub, and the sweet tea.
You won't regret it.
Alright, so we declared that number 1 is Publix, and at the bottom of the barrel, at the depths of hell, is Save-A-Lot. But what is number 2? Walmart or Target?
Are we saying that the worst ones?
No, top down. Best to least.
Oh. Then number 2 at best, I would say right now is Target.
Okay,
I think
now...
we did a pretty good deal on that one.
Now for the number 3 spot. Which is better, Aldi's or Walmart?
Oh, I totally forgot about Aldi's. Yeah, I would still link Aldi's probably at number 3.
Okay.
Because I feel like you save more there. I think it would have been cheaper at Aldi's than Target, though. But I found
think
the food
so.
better.
I think by about $2-3 you could have saved by going to Aldi's
Yeah.
versus going to Target.
I have a hard time because Aldi's and Target is like right there with each other, in my opinion.
And then after that, then it would be Walmart. And then Save-A-Lot.
I cannot condone the fact that I am always getting out of date food from Walmart, and I feel like I don't know why I forget to check when I go into that store.
I think the problem is
I
it's
do it
because
every other store but them.
it's like you with me, okay? If I served you eggs and sausage, you would trust that I properly cooked it and made sure that it was actually not going to kill you, basically.
No.
That is what we build when it comes to an actual store. We build a trust relationship with them, that they're going to get rid of the bad product and that we don't have to worry. So when we go in, we just grab it and go.
Yeah.
Trusting that they're doing the right thing.
But literally last year, that was ridiculous. It should not have been out of date that long. Honestly, I don't think Walmart is grading their product.
But if you remember, we ran into this issue before with them when it came to Dollywood pancakes.
Yeah, I know. So I don't know why we made the mistake again. I have no idea.
A glutton for punishment.
I guess we are.
There we go.
It makes no sense. We must have been really distracted or something.
Well, when you got everything going on around you and you're trying to get done and everything.
Maybe it's the humming of the
AC unit. That
It's
too.
just so loud, your ears are just wanting to burst. I don't
Are
know.
we done with this series of trying different places? Yes. However, later on, going back to Louette's, comparing it to H Mark when it opens,
Oh,
absolutely.
yes. I'm still waiting for H Mark. I think it's been supposed to open like 5 years ago. And it's still not. That's how long it was supposed to be open for already.
Sweetie,
That store, nobody believes it's ever going to open at
I
this
think
rate.
that we're going to get the Villains universe at Magic Kingdom before that
I'm
opens.
amazed Universal built a whole theme park before H Mark opened up.
They built the freaking Tron roller coaster, and that took even longer than Epic Universe. I don't understand this about Disney, okay? And I'm not trying to put them down. Why is it that it took Disney an entire span of the time for Epic Universe to open that it took them to go ahead and build Tron for the most part?
Yeah, that was weird, but I think you can actually blame COVID around that time when that Tron was being built.
They still got Epic Universe pretty much on
I
spot.
know.
To the point where they were doing all these release information.
Yeah, they were also working on it too back then as well.
Exactly.
I don't know. Universal had its butt moving.
Exactly. Then again, I still think that they shouldn't have built Tron there in Magic Kingdom. I think that they should have built a whole new roller coaster exclusively for Magic Kingdom for Tomorrowland to give it its own appeal.
Yeah, I'm not sure what with the cost cutting. I really hope they don't shorten out on
Villains.
Land. I mean, yeah,
And the Cars expansion.
yeah.
Because you gotta remember, we gotta stop thinking of Cars as a new land. It's an
not a
expansion.
Yeah.
And like my belly, it is expanding too.
Hey, Bookies.
Hey, Brett.
Thank you. She gotta try Pringles for the first time.
Yeah, she kind of like stopped eating once she had a big piece of broccoli in her mouth.
No,
I thought it was the broccoli.
No, I think she may have ended up with a small slither of bone in the meat.
Really?
Just
I
a
thought it was the
tiny
broccoli.
little piece.
She's very
Oh my
sensitive
God,
on
I
that.
know. If she ends up with anything hard, that she'll stop eating. So we got halfway before that happened.
But guys, so today to sum up, we went ahead, we went over to Target, we tried the Good Gather brand from their food. Went ahead, Tiffany went over, did a little extra shopping. We checked out Goodwill. And on top of that, we got to go ahead and go over to Best Buy, take care of the Osmo stuff for streaming. And one other important thing. That every penny that is ever made from the Save-A-Lot video, doesn't matter if it's today, doesn't matter if it's a year from now or 10 years, all proceeds from that video are going to go to the Second Harvest Food Bank in the form of donation. And if they ever close down, then we will find another food bank to donate that money to. Because
Second Harvest would ever close down.
I felt that horrible about wasting food
I know.
because we had no choice but to get rid of it because it was that bad.
I know.
But guys, in the end today,
Yes.
we had an amazing meal cooked by an amazing girl. Oh, and we also gave Tiffany caffeine poisoning too.
I know.
Don't forget that.
Boy, did that hurt. Honestly. Well, at least I had a nice time. I saw some Halloween stuff.
Yeah, there you
So
go.
we're going to put that in at the video for you.
I shouldn't have
To show you the Halloween stuff I found.
I shouldn't have let you had that.
I had no idea that it had caffeine in it.
Like checking for expiration dates at Walmart. I guess we gotta ask every time you try a new drink.
Yes.
Hi. I have 3 heart conditions. Is this
I
caffeinated?
know. I had no idea. Honestly, I really thought it was just a lemonade drink with some flavor stuff in it.
Just like a blue raspberry mixed with lemonade and
Yeah.
some pearls at the bottom.
I had no idea that it was all that other
The
stuff.
coffee, green coffee extract.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
That's fine. It wasn't as bad, but I did almost panic because my chest was starting to hurt really bad. And I was like, oh crap. Don't tell me this is it.
Wow.
I was panicking there for a minute. And
We have a lot more memories to build before you can have a heart attack.
yeah. I could not figure out why it hurt so bad.
But guys, thank you so much for being with today. It has been an amazing day. And in a separate upload, I am putting all my thoughts about the Osmo Mobile 7 versus 7P. And a couple of thoughts about Tiffany as well and how she thought about it. And we both came to the same conclusion. Return the Osmo 7 and keep the 7P.
Yes.
But guys, have a good night. Thank you so much for everything today. It has been an amazing day. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes. Good night.
Yes, good night. I gotta go sleep with a beautiful girl.
Yes.
But first, I have
got
to
that
get a
as well.
shower with her, because, yeah,
Yeah.
you smell like beef right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Good night.
But I'm